What's good? So we have CB Visuals in today to capture another YouTube video. So the last one we had Vicky King in for lower. Today we've got Cloyden in for push. I'm going to try and go down the same route as last time and almost try and get the client to give the cues if they're comfortable doing so. And we've got a in-person check-in with Scott, who is 10 days out from the PCO universe. There's a little bit of stress just raised, so he's looking all good this morning. Just gave him a little bit of increase to meal 1 and 2. So we'll have a look at how he's looking there. And then we might do one of those, you know, those like Q&As that people do where they just come up with their own questions to make themselves sound cool as fuck. We might do this. Bro, are you still taking on clients? Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, all day. If you're interested, just drop a DM, bro. They do though, don't they? Yeah. So we've got, come and look at this guy. Big Gav Champ. He will be competing. First show of the season is gonna be the Gas Mark 10. End of June. Now, annoyingly, it is actually on the same date as the PC first timers, and I run a first come first serve theme. So if somebody's booked in for a show, i.e. I've got 2 first timers doing PCA, they'll get first refusal. So I'll be at their show and I'll be managing this guy while I'm there. Now this is a sick shot. I think he can flare his elbows forward a little bit and display his lats better, but we'll go over that when I see him next. Side triceps looking sick. And what's so great about Gav, and this is something that anyone as a first timer, etc., needs to kind of take into consideration. So Gav has competed for multiple years, he's done multiple shows and multiple preps, and his food currently sitting at, we gave him 2 eye days of the day and they were 750 gram of carbs each day, which is not that much of an increase to his normal food. So his current calories is, I'm just going to the sheets. Yeah, he did 2 high days with 710 carbs. His current calories is 3,600. So his diet's on 3,600 calories. His current output is 5 times 40 minutes cardio, not on leg days, and then he's got 14k steps. Now this guy does have a strenuous job. He's a police officer. Now within that, can we remove that bit actually? Let's not say he is. He's got a very strenuous job, and the other day he got into a bit of a ruffle with someone within the job, and he's banged his knee a little bit badly, so we're having to manage that at the minute, but we are doing so. We're going to get blood work done today, assess where his hormones are, where his thyroid is, red blood count. Now, I'm saying red blood count because, again, being an older individual and being in this game for a long duration of time, hemoglobin might be a little bit raised. We want to see where his thyroid is, see if that's functioning correctly, and then again, see where test estrogen ratio is, and then we'll manage what we need to. But anyway, back to checking. I'll get this done in a minute. Yeah, see in a bit. So it's time to get pre and intro ready. So we're gonna make it a little bit like a display. So these are from Engineered Muscles Precision range. That's where you'll find them in the tabs. This is the shaker I use for my intro. I don't fill it all the way up because I don't want to be trying to consume, how big is this, 2 liters? So this is a liter. I don't want to be consuming my entire thing from that. This is a little bit too big for a pre, but I can't buy a smaller one. I do like how this is clear, so that'll be pre. Now, scales. Again, a lot of people don't weigh out their pre-workout, their EAAs, their creatine, even their carb powder to some degree. And then the tub will say a certain amount of servings. And they'll go, I've not had 20 servings out of this. No, because you've probably been fucking doing a serving and a half each time. So currently within my nutrition, I have 30 grams of carb tank. So a carb tank is a carbohydrate powder. Within this, we have clustered dextrin, dextrose, monohydrate, fructose, prickly pear extract. So prickly pear extract is a anti-fatigue and antioxidant support. So it may reduce exercise-induced oxidative stress and inflammation. So again, it's going to help with recovery. Alpha lipoic acid and chromium, which again are essentially glucose disposal agent ingredients. So it's going to help partition those carbohydrates to where we want. Probably one of my favorite is carb powders. Next up, we have a essential amino acid. So mutant gear, you can get this again from the Engineered Muscle website. Use code TBF. This is a 13.3 gram serving, so 143. And creatine. Now, I spoke about this in past videos. I'm currently using 15 grams of creatine. From like, creatine, we normally do 5, some people do 10. For a long time I did 5, and I felt such a more of like a focus enhancement from creatine. Something that Brad, built by Brad, actually explained to me and got me to research, etc. It was a bit of a game changer. So if you're taking creatine, maybe look at increasing it. Make sure you assess your tolerance in terms of digestion. If it gets worse, don't continue taking. So 15 gram here, so that'd be 60 gram total. Sweet. Now, it is a early session. I'm currently at about 1 liter of water, so I'm going to add a scoop of Hydromax. So these are around 12 gram per each one. So hydration formula there. That is the intro. What's good about all these products? I haven't had the spindle in here. There's no mixer, but they all mix so well. They're not going to be clumpy. So again, you can have trust in the brand because they fucking mix well. Now, it has always been, oh, we got a new tub. Tank mode, tank mode. Now, so this is a stim-based product, but it also has other things. So tank swell, so it's got beta-alanine in, L-citrulline, which is going to help with that pump. Tank focus matrix, so it has caffeine in, it has info energy, but then it also has what they call tank activator. So we've got essentially amino acid, BCAAs, and then tank hydration. Now this is just in pink, stimulating salt and taurine. So I find with this, I don't really need to mix it with anything, but I will, because for me, you'll see this in today's session, most likely, is I do get distracted. If I see someone I know, I'm likely going to have a chat. If I see someone struggling, I'm probably going to offer a little bit of support. And combining this with this really has me become a ignorant bastard, and I start focusing on the exercise at hand. So we have in one serving, if I remember rightly, it is a 25 gram serving. So that's 27. Shit. So at the end of this tub, I'm going to be a serving short. Then we've got Turbo Drive. So this is the Focus product. I'm not even going to go into it because there's so many different great ingredients here that, like, lion's mane to me is something that I think is very underrated. And I fucking love it. So here we have a serving of 7 grams. So very small thingy. Now, if you look at this one, it's quite a clumpy thing. So sometimes you'll open this and you'll think it's gone like bad. Just get a fork, put it in there, stir it, and it will soon come back. So there is that. Now, with all of Engineered Muscle's pre-workout products, they come unflavored. Riz, D are very on it with digestion, very on it with not causing any issues there, and they're not the biggest fans of flavoring. Now, if you do want to flavor, use Catalyst. I don't currently have any. I'm waiting to get some. So at the minute, I'm using Hydromax, which again is a fucking incredible formula. It has cranberry extract in there, taurine, bit C, and dandelion extract. So
This will give it some flavour, and Berrylicious is one of my other favourite flavours from the Strom range. But if we're gonna get on the road, meet Cloy, train, seek Scott, and we'll see what time we've got for the rest.
Right, so we are at Ultraflex again. Pretty much my home gym. If work is busier, I'll either use the garage, which I need to get a cable stack for, or Clifford's, because I don't have any clients realistically there when I train. Now, today we're in with Cloy. Cloy is already dropping the "I'm ill" bomb. You'll probably hear it in his voice. So we might need to take it a bit steady. We're not going to turn this into one of those videos where it's training around illness. We are just going to probably have him leave a rep in reserve. I'm going to try and get Cloy to talk through, because this is his session I'm doing today. So I want him to break down each exercise. So Cloy has been a client now for just over 3 years.
Yeah, we joined 2023. We started about February 2023, so it's good. Well, nearly 3.5 years now. We got competed as a first timer in 23, so the first prep there was just about getting in really good condition in there. We just brought a very conditioned look, and then we had an off season for about a year, and then we went into prep last year, and then we did a few natural shows again last year, and then yeah, hopefully compete again in a few years after we built even more muscle. So
let me add to that, because I feel like Cloy played that down a bit. So he competed in the WMBF first timers, and he got 4th place in a good lineup. Now that sometimes can knock a first timer competitor, because they're almost like, I'm not good enough. But we got to work, and within a month later, he did the UK DFBA, and he won that class. We then obviously entered a FitX show. So FitX, for anyone knows, is it's a non-drug tested federation. So you could be fucking piling your ass with all sorts. Not that that's bad, but we put him on stage there. He got 2nd in the bodybuilding class. Novice.
And he won the overall that day as well.
He won the overall. And then he got 3rd place in the classic category. So that was good. Now, a week later, we had the UK DFBA British Finals. Now, it kind of worked against us that we did the FitX when we did, because the look was definitely better at FitX than it was at the finals.
I think the lack of stress doing the non-assisted show, it just brought a better look. And then obviously, I think the back-to-back 2 weeks did kind of kill me off.
When you fucking broke down on the way home.
Yeah, we broke down on the way home as well.
It was a bit of a late night, wasn't it? Yeah. And then the British, is that 4th place?
Yeah, there was 4th out of about 13 people there. And that was a very good novice class that year, to be fair, as well.
And then this past year, so 2025, Cloyden did the PCA Naturals Open Bodybuilding, because that is primarily our focus now, bodybuilding. And he won that class, and that was one of my favourite looks.
So on this machine here, we're thinking about bringing our elbows in.
Yep. Don't what?
Help a bit more.
Oh, you motherfucker. So, I'm gonna just address the elephant in the room. The stack looks really impressive. When you're simply loading the beginning to mid-range, it's not that. So if you see someone loading this, and just understand any strength is relative to the person's training experience, the person's body weight, like weight moves weight, and execution. As I fail here, as long as I don't bring my shoulders in, I'm happy.
Let's go, bro.
Come.
Come on, bro. Come on then, let's work. Come on. Come on. Yeah. What I'm going to do now is on the back offset, I'm going to change the profile here so it gets heavier in the squeeze. So I'm going to do the same weight, but I'm just going to change the resistance profile on it just so I can focus on the squeeze on this set and try to get a few more reps, blow that chest up on the second set.
Yes, chest up. Good. Yes, bro, good. Reach forward, reach forward. Yes. Good, and again, chest up. Yes. Good, too. Yes. One more.
You know, because I've not used it for ages. You want it to be heavier at the beginning and then so it drops off at the end.
So what Cloyden did there wasn't wrong. So he changed the resistant profile on that back off, which is quite common. But what he did was he made it heavier at the end. So obviously we've pre-exhausted that set, and we do definitely then want to change it to the beginning range, which is free. Now, to be a good sport, I'm going to keep the setting, because if you actually look at it, we're fucking spoiled with exercise selection now. Cloyden trains out at Nottingham Strong, and they have great kit, very basic. You don't have the access to change or manipulate the strength curve, etc. So to then come in here and do it, it really doesn't matter what the setting is, because he doesn't have access to it.
Oh. Yep. Yes. Come on, bro.
Yes. Ah, yeah, that's it. Oh. So Cloyden's plan is pretty much he has a incline press. Cloyden is very relaxed in terms of what he does, as long as it's in that variation. I'm going to get him to break down as such what we're doing.
Yeah. So with the incline press here, obviously, we're just focusing on the upper chest. And on this one, I try to just keep my elbows in slightly, just to keep it on that chest as well. And then what I have noticed with like the upper chest and most things now, obviously we like to go heavy and have the intensity high, but obviously a weight what we can actually move so I can feel the muscle. It's all right putting all that weight on some of these machines, but then I'm not actually getting it from the actual machines. So it's just making sure, I've got that good connection on the muscle as well. So like with like an inclined chest, I've noticed if I load it up too much, it looks good, I've got all that weight on it, but I'm not actually really getting much from my chest. So I have had to like drop my weight on a few exercises and just refine them now more. And I do feel better from that as well. Yeah, a bit more, go 15.
Yes.
Yes. One more then.
Let's go. One thing I want to quickly mention there is, you saw the spot? You saw how the bar continuously moved very slow. So I did apply pressure, but I applied such little pressure to place confidence in his mind that he got the rep, but I wasn't doing the rep.
Yeah, normally, obviously I do train by myself a lot. So normally I would have probably stopped on that rep before, but because Mike was here today, I felt safe, so I took it for the extra set. Obviously as well, with the training, I try not to take too many half reps. Obviously we try to keep that intensity high and good reps at all times, but I don't want those shitty reps in there as well. Because I enjoy my training and I want longevity in my training as well, so I don't want to be getting no injuries anywhere as well. Just want to keep it consistent and all the reps as good as possible. Nice. Yeah, good, solid. Come on, bro. Keep them like that. Keep that tempo. Yes. Oh yes, come on then, we go again, bro. Here we go. Yes. Yes. That's it. Oh! So on my back offsets, on most things as well now, I'll try get a nice little, obviously always try to keep the form good, but I try to get a nice good stretch and pause in the hole as well on this back offset, just to make it as hard as possible as well.
Oh. Yes. Yes.
Ooh. Good. Good, bro. Nice. Yes. One more there. Come on. That's the one. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Whoa. I beat him. I only got 8.
On the prime chest press, so this is more of a flat chest press. We're just going to finish off the chest here for the push day. So yeah, normally I'll hit fly, 2 press variations, and then we'll hit a lateral. And we will also hit a shoulder press and 1 tricep and bicep exercise. With me at the moment, obviously we're trying to improve all of the physique, but I'd say the 2 main things for me is my chest and my back. And the hamstrings is what we're currently trying to bring out on the split, what Mike's got for me at the moment. So yeah, let's send it.
Whew. I said this in my last video, and I'll say it again because you might not watch the last video, but what is still fucking incredible to see is I remember one of the first sessions with Cloy. He knew kind of how to train. He came to a seminar I did on upper body, We fixed his pull down, and I remember his kind of face and reaction to actually feeling his lat. And then now he's talking to the fucking camera, telling you guys how to execute movements. And this guy right now is working on himself to become a coach, to help more. And to sit back here and watch him talking to the camera and cue this, I know he's going to fucking do it. I know he's gonna do so well. If you're looking for a coach, give my boy Cloy a message. He'll be able to help you. And again, he'll be able to educate you, because you've seen how much he knows when he talks. He isn't trying to fucking pull the wool over your eyes like some of the idiots you see online. Like, if you want to build a big chest, do this. Like, fuck off. If you want to build a big chest, train the fucking chest. Yeah, that's nice.
So yeah, we've already done the pec deck and the incline now. Obviously, yeah, we still want the load to be as heavy as possible. But on here, like with every exercise, I'm just focusing on the actual connection of the movement and getting a good squeeze on my chest here. The first set here, we're gonna do the middle range profile. And then on the second one, we're gonna obviously utilize the prime equipment, and we're gonna make it drop off on the second one, just so we can focus on that squeeze as well again on the back off set after. So let's go. Oh, come on. Nice. So on here, what's good as well, Max, obviously he's keep getting them elbows tucked in so he can keep it on his chest. When he's bringing it in here, he's getting them elbows tucked in there just so he can keep that connection on his chest. A lot of people, they might flare their elbows up too high and that's actually taking it off the chest. Come on, good shit, man.
You gotta think, like, with that then, and we're fucking talking a whole lot here. So if I bored you, that's your problem. But I could have probably grinded that rep out. But what I noticed is my scap came up, my chest dropped. So now what's doing the work? It's not gonna be predominantly my chest. And I have shit delts, I have a good chest. So it probably wouldn't be against me using my delts more, but it's a chest exercise. When we go into the shoulder press, we'll go over that. Chest up, shoulders down. Good. Come on.
One more.
Let's go.
Nice. Good. Yes, bro. Come on. That's the one. Yes. Control that again. Yes. Oh. Yes, bro.
Steph and Boss Outlaw posted the other day, like he was on a podcast or something, and he says predominantly if somebody's got a weaker body part, he will always review training. He won't add more volume. He's like, if you're unable to do a chest press and get somewhat pump or that area full up, or if you're doing a bicep curl, you can't get your biceps to pump up as such, regardless of, and he said this, regardless of how many grams of carbs you're on, you probably need to review your execution because it's probably not that given muscle that you're training. I know we've done 3 exercises, but if Cloy was to say we're going to do another one on the chest right now, I'd tell him to fuck off. Oh.
Yeah, I don't really like to work in too low rep ranges on my delts. I feel like I do gain more just working in a little bit of a higher rep range. On the chest, I don't mind going for like in the 6 to 8, but on the delts, I do like to work it a few reps higher, and I feel like I gain more from my delts in that rep range.
Yes. Again. Yes. Oh. Oh. Stay with me. Yes. So you can see immediately there, like I remember finding free play easy on this and not taking into consideration the free movement got beyond there. That's no excuse, but I should have probably took I don't want to get this saying wrong. Take a leaf out of Cloy's book, is that what they say?
No, but you know what, another thing, obviously with that, because we've already done the incline Smith at the beginning, I think obviously, yeah, because your front delt comes into that a little bit, we have actually already worked it a little bit as well. So obviously we might not be able to get as much on air as we thought we could.
Plate at a 15?
But I'll probably go 10, you know.
Yeah, do that.
In terms of like my split at the moment, I don't really have a lot of delt work. We utilize obviously the side lateral raise. So on one session I'll hit the lion cuff lateral raise, and then on one session I'll hit a seated lateral raise, and then I get most of my work on my shoulders through there, because when we're hitting the incline presses anyway, we're getting a bit of front delt on them exercises anyway. But yeah, let's get it.
There you go. You're welcome. Come on, bro. Yes.
Come on.
Come on, come on. Yes. Boom.
Nice. Come on then. It's 2. And again. Come on. Control that on the way down as well. Yes. Oh,
So this is Charles. He's the owner here at Ultraflex Derby. What has your passion for bodybuilding been like since opening this gym? Do you prefer everyday people or bodybuilders?
I prefer anybody who respects the place. I'm not bothered whether they're bodybuilders, novices, whatever they are. I'm not really that bothered. As long as they look after the equipment, look after the gym. You can see we're now putting air conditioning, can't you? So that's good, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not bothered. As long as you don't abuse the equipment and, respect it.
What's your advice for anyone looking to open a gym?
Don't do it. No. Yeah, you need a lot of money, you need a lot of balls, you need to be good at dealing with the general public. As I say, you need a lot of money. You need a lot of car parking to ensure that people can park their cars. But you've got to have a passion for it. You've got to love customer service, and that's what we try to deliver here at Ultraflex Derby.
What can we expect to see in the next 2 years at Ultraflex Derby?
Well, as you can see, there's things going on all the time. We're investing, whether it's new screens, new equipment, AC, we're looking at new changing rooms. We're actually now looking at high rocks, functional training in the building next door, in the Ultra warehouse next door. That's one of the things that we're going to add into it as well. So that's going to be an additional benefit to all the members and hopefully a new audience as well.
Basically, he wants bodybuilders out the gym. Thank you.
we've got lateral raise for 3 sets. So on this exercise here, what I want to think is, obviously my fists, I want to keep them down, and I'm kind of stretching outwards, and I'm pushing out as wide as possible, just to keep it on that delt. I've not got a crazy weight on here, so I could load it more, and I won't be really getting much from my delt. I'm just focusing on a good connection here on my delt, and just, yeah, I'm reaching outwards. I've got a slight lean back here, and I'm just reaching outwards. Let's go.
Oh. Chest up. Well, that's better.
Come on. Come on, bro. Yes. Come on then.
Come on. 2. Good. Yes. Again. Good, bro. 1 more. Yes. Ooh. Ooh. Bro. Yes, man. Good, go again. Come on. Yes.
Aye. And again.
Aye. Yes. Yes. I've known this lad a long time, and in the years he's fucking built a lot of mass. I don't coach him, but he came over to me today and asked me how to perform his row. And if we just get him to turn to the rear, do a double bicep, and we can see through his physique that he's pretty much a lot heavier in that upper back area, and his lats in comparison aren't as big. Do a lat spread. And even when he does a lat spread, you can see it up here, but we're missing a bit here. And when we went over to the row, he's doing this. So he's like hunching up into this. So he's almost making himself smaller in a way. And if we look at where the lat inserts down here, this is where we need to direct it. So he was predominantly pulling in this plane. So he said chest up, shoulder down, and we had him direct that tension through pulling down here. And he got a lot more connection through his lats. Did it feel better?
It did. Less than half the weight and felt twice as good.
There we go. Write that down. Something I often find with triceps is people don't finish their reps. They'll kind of be here and they'll push and they've not fully shortened that tricep. So they'll get here, they'll push, and there's probably an inch there. And if you ask your missus, that extra inch goes a long way. Don't put that in. No, maybe you should. Come on, Cloy.
So yeah, as Mike was saying there, a lot of people, they don't actually get it all the way down. So on there, I was actually getting a bit stuck, so I had to get a little bit more of a final push just to fully get the tricep. And I do try to get a little pause at the bottom, and then yeah, just control it on the way up as well.
Oh. Oh.
What are we doing here then, Cloy?
So yeah, we've got the crossbody tricep extension now. So we're focusing on here. On this one, we want to make sure we keep our elbow in a fixed position, and we're just reaching out to keep it on the tricep. So a lot of people, they let their arms all move about and stuff. We just want to be as stable and locked in as possible to keep it on the tricep.
Chest up. So again, like Cloyden's pretty much covered all common issues. One of the biggest ones is when you're performing a tricep extension, you'll predominantly line this with your shoulder and extend down. But then when we're doing a cross body, you'll see that people still tuck that elbow into the body, but we still want to align a cable with where that arm path is going. Hey. 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 Nice, bro. Oh. Come on.
So yeah, final exercise of the push session today. So we've got a preacher curl. When we're doing this, let me just get in. Obviously, nice and in control, bringing it up. And then on the way down, nice and controlled. When I'm doing a preacher, I try not to go all the way to the bottom because then I'm not able to get it up. So just as soon as I feel that stretch, that's when I'll try to bring it up. Let's go. And use this edge.
For me, I commonly find people get wrist ache. So what I'll do is I'll almost start in this position. So I'm here, I'm almost flexing my wrist. Here it's extended. I don't know what the science or the thing around it. I just find I get no wrist pain here. So if you are getting wrist pain, try this. Ooh. 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 I've got the shittest, smallest arms you'll ever see. So I'm even going to give you any advice on how to train the fuckers.
Not even, bro.
Oh. Example A. Example B. Oh.
Nice.
Boom.
Go on, bro. Come.
Yeah.
And yeah, another thing with like arm training, obviously, yeah, we're trying to bring it up. So currently on my current split, what we do is on my lower session, we actually, because we obviously want to bring up our weaknesses, we actually do start with biceps. So on the beginning of my leg day, I'll hit 2 bicep exercises prior to hitting legs. So we hit biceps and we hit calves while we're fresh. And that also helps ease me into my leg session, prepare my mind and get me ready for my leg session as well.
Let's go. Drop the scat, chest up. Yes, let's move through it. Good. This done. This up. Yes. This shit.
Oh, fuck.
So that's push with Cloy complete. What a session it was. I do hate doing client sessions sometimes because it makes me want to adapt to my own training because I have fun with the sessions. But that's another tip. If you do someone else's session and you enjoy them, under no circumstances do you go home and change your fucking session. Whether you've suddenly done a intensify, a triple drop set, don't start implementing this shit into your own training. Everything, as if you're with a coach, everything has been set to manage your recovery and your progress. So speak to your coach before you go and change anything. Right, so Cloyden has pretty much run us through the entire session on why we're doing this, how we're doing this, and so on. And again, it brings me to being just grateful for the clients that listen, want to learn, and want to progress. And if you are a new client here at TrainedByFox, this is your reminder that you're not taking up my time by sending me form videos. You're not taking up my time by messaging me. Fucking do it. I want you to succeed. I want you in 3 years, 5 years, running the fucking session and telling me what to do and correcting my shit. We're gonna have a look at Cloy, run through some posing. I'm gonna leave Cloy here now to just talk about his journey so far. I'm gonna ask him not to blow smoke up my arse because I'm already the greatest in the world, but just more so about himself, what's making him want to get into coaching, and why this sport, industry, hobby has changed his fucking life. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, so, yeah, just as Mike was saying, yeah, so I signed up with Mike in 2023. My other half, Vicky, she was getting coached by Mike for about a year already. So yeah, I did meet my other half in the gym as well. And she was getting coached by Mike at the time. And then I went to a seminar and met Mike there. He gave me some cues on a few exercises. And then, yeah, decided to sign up with Mike. We started off in just sorting our body composition out and getting on a training and diet plan. Just focusing on all the exercises. And then we did decide to lock in a photo shoot. Me and Vicky decided to lock in a photo shoot. And then we thought, because we're going to get in condition for a photo shoot, we did decide to do a first-timers show. And we ended up doing 3 shows in 2023. So we did a first-timers, a novice, and then the British Championships. And then we had a year off, obviously focused on growth. And then we competed last year. We did another 3 shows last year. So we did the UK DFBA, which we came second. And then we did the PCA Naturals, which we won. And then we also did a PCA non-tested show, which we came third against people with 30 kilo additional muscle. But we did that for a bit of fun. And it was just good to see myself against assisted athletes. In terms of assistance, I don't think I'll ever go assisted. I'll see what I can push my body naturally. Yeah, and in terms of Mike, I couldn't recommend a better coach. He goes above and beyond for all of his clients. Whenever I message him, he's there straight away. He goes above and beyond. He's there at every shows for all of his clients. And yeah, I've obviously learned so much from Mike, and I'm able to then progress that into other areas of my life. It's gave me organisation and structure for everything else in my life as well. I just think, yeah, having that routine and structure just helps you with general life as well. What else? And then now we're just obviously, yeah, we're trying to focus on bringing out the weaknesses in our physique, and we will potentially compete again within the next few years. But yeah, we're going to run through some posing now and see what we're looking like.
And, elbows forward, chest up. Good. Pause there. Good. What you got to remember at this point is, as much as we want to be training as intense as we possibly can, we want to make sure that what we're doing is, again, training that particular muscle we're looking at. Otherwise, you're just burning calories for no reason. You're going to end up frying yourself. We're entering peak week next week. We know with Scott right now, we're slowly tapering his calories up. Cardio is completely out. Yeah. Good, and again. Come on. Big push. Give me 2 more. I'm with you. I'm with you. Come on. Again. Drive. Come on, 1 more. Good shit. So again, cardio is out. And already through removing that, tapering food up, the look is improving. He checked in the other day and I was like, Scott, do not look at this video, do not, because he looked flat as shit. But that is a point in prep where you're gonna have to go. I had a conversation with a client the other day, and they're like, oh, I'm tired, I'm this. And I'm like, there's gonna be a time, especially earlier on in your journey of this, you're gonna experience that. Like we spoke about Gav earlier on, where he's on 3,600 calories. He's having regular refeeds of burgers and shit. His output isn't that big. And it's because he's done this numerous times. His body's almost equipped for it. I'm not saying every prep gets easier, because often it doesn't. I've got another client and they're like, oh, this time last prep, we was on more food. And it's like, the goal is the goal. So what will be with your food, your output will be. Chest up, let's go. Come on. Good, chest up. Come on, there you go, and stop. I'm gonna ask Scott some questions now, because in the time we've worked together, I've seen his mental health go up, down, sideways, upside down, left, right, center. And bodybuilding and the gym isn't to replace therapy, but it is, for a lot of us, it is a place of therapy. And I think there's a lot of stigma in the industry at times. And I do agree. Kuba said in a reel once, the gym is not therapy. And I couldn't agree more with that. But to some capacity, you've got to look at them endorphins you get for training, lifting heavy and taking your mind away from your problems. It is a place to resonate with your issues and almost kind of...
It's an outlet.
Yeah, it's an outlet. So though I would agree, I would also have a backing part of the fact that not everyone can afford to go down the route of hiring a decent therapist to help them with their problems. And if you look at the NHS now, like the facilities we have for therapy isn't that readily available. We can't get that need straight away. So I do think that this is it. So I'm going to let Scott talk about not his problems, not the shit he's going through, but how this has become an outlet and how it has helped him probably not fucking result in probably alcohol abuse or drug abuse to comfort his problems.
So when I originally started the gym, it was off the tail end of a pretty bad stint of alcohol abuse. Didn't deal with some things in life very well and went down that. Now, what Kuba said and Mike pointed out that the gym is not therapy, I couldn't agree. It is an outlet. It lets us get pent-up emotions out in a constructive way. But what the gym doesn't do is it doesn't solve the problems. Like, mental health is such an overlooked thing, and it's a generational thing that has been overlooked. And I'm quite happy that we're in an era now where we are examining this a lot more, looking more at it. And even therapists encourage going to the gym. Yeah. 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 Oh. Yeah.
Chest up. Good. Think about reaching outwards. Pause there. Chest up. Good. Bicep into pec. Good. Chest up. Chest up. Shoulders down. Good, bro. Slow it down. Come on, bro. Reach forward. Yeah, that's you.
One more.
Chest. Now, Scott, just again here, one more. Now, when you watch that last rep, you see how the exercise really broke down. You saw his chest depress, you saw his shoulders elevate, and as he got into that shortened range, his chest was here, his shoulders was here. And it's going back to the session we had with Cloy, is like, what is moving that? Because I'd argue he's getting some stimulus in that chest still, but a lot of it was his traps, his shoulders. And again, at this point of prep, I'd argue that that was a wasted energy. Come on. Nice, bro. Good. Here, that last rep then, so the last rep of the previous set, you'll see how much better it is performed, and probably how much better, like, how does your chest feel in comparison to the prior set?
Ow.
There we go. So the arms are here,
Yeah.
down. Feel good? Chest up. Good. Get them triceps lengthen more, go higher. Higher at the top. There you go.
I meet up with Mike, but I always end up in my underwear and I'm starting to get scared.
I'm Mike.
Hold. Big smile. Quarter turn. Straight on the glutes. Straighten the legs, yeah. Chest higher. Good. Blow out. Crunch on the obliques. Twist a little bit more. Nice. To the rear. Lean back. Yep, good. Quarter turn. Straight on the ass. Chest up. Yep, to the front double. Harder on the quads. Good. Elbow slightly heavier. Breathe through the nose. Big smile. Yes, good. Hold that. Chest up. Nice. And give me a side chest. Good. Hamstring. Hell yes. Elbow slightly forward. Glutes. And give me a lat spread. Chest up. Elbow slightly forward. There you go. So, we've got Mr. Dan Dobson in. Dan has competed twice along this time. His first time is in 2024, and then he did the PCA British Finals last year. Dan is a natural competitor, so both shows he's done have not been natural shows. We are currently in a off season, and it's going pretty well really. Strength's up in it. Yeah. There's a few areas within Dan's training we've been twinging, but mate, if you lift fucking big, you lift heavy, you're gonna grow, as long as you're hitting the muscle correctly. Let's go into front relax. So we almost know that if this is getting bigger and these are getting bigger, but this is staying, we're gonna be comfortable. Yeah. If this is progressively getting bigger, we need to, go into rear shot. Good, sit, chest up. Nice. Twist the, front double. Elbows forward, wrist back. Good. So what's really good as well with Dan, he's never had a posing coach, lat spread. Both times he's done his own routine and they've been fucking mega. Like, so got to give it credit there. Yeah.
Now, you know the shoulders. Can you see how the rear shoulder's higher? Straighten it and then twist a little bit. There. Yeah, I think that looks better. Is there like a non-mandatory? Do most muscular again. That's probably my favorite shot. I like that in the side tricep where the quad's showing. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm gonna push Dan to speak on the camera a bit and talk about any. So Dan is also someone, yeah, okay. Dan is also somebody that is very keen to get his foot in the door of coaching individuals. So again, personalities are the biggest thing when it comes to hiring a coach. So I always opt on and try and push Dan to post more content around talking and show that personality. But give the guy a follow. Watch his stuff. Hopefully it pushes him to post more. But again, Dan has done, I'm going to get him to talk about his accolades because he's a fucking very smart guy.
Accolades. I don't know where to start really, but I don't really view life and collecting accolades. I just go through life and just try and excel where possible. I mean, what is it? What year are we in? 2026. 2015, graduated from NTU. Coaching in sports science, 3 years of playing American football. That was a very good time of my life. Just American football, hitting people, having fun, having laughs with the guys. 2015 to 2020, progression at work. I'm a retail store manager, assistant store manager at Audi. Obviously Audi's now in one of the big four, so doing quite well. In one of the busiest stores in my region at the minute. So yeah, it's challenging at times, but I've got a team that supports me, and I support obviously my manager. What have I also done? So yeah, Mike hinted on that earlier with 2 shows, PCA First Timers 2024, PCA British Finals 2025, both natural. Not done a natural show yet. I don't know why I've not done one yet. It just never aligned with timeline throughout the year. But if I do compete next time, I'll definitely want to do a natural show just to see what I can do in a natural show. I mean, being natural and being on the stage with some of these big dogs is like humbling at times. But when I look back at the photos, I'm doing like a front lat spread, front double bicep, quads and legs are there. It's just my arms, my chest, and my delts I need to try and improve on. I mean, it might not show the disparity between me and another competitor in a natural show, but in a enhanced show, it definitely does show. But yeah, so I'm just living life at the minute, in off season, enjoying time with the missus. She's been with me for since 2012, so we've been together a long time. She's supported me through uni, American football, out in the cold. She's been there with me, and obviously in the audience when I've been on stage, she's been there shy and cheering me on. So I can't thank her enough for being there for me. But yeah, here to see what happens in the next couple of years and what goes on. So yeah, thank you.
Right, that's a wrap. So little overview of the day. Obviously, we did some check-ins. Then we headed to the gym for a push session with Cloyden, who ran the damn thing, and what a great job he did. And again, after the last YouTube video with Vicky, something I want to try and really do is put the mic in the client's hand and have them share their knowledge that they've gained from myself, which is almost a reason why to join TrainedByFox. Anyway, then we had Scott in for what was meant to be just an in-person, but we just put him through the remains of his session. And then we had Dan Dobson, who gave a little bit of an overlook of who he is, what he's about. And yeah, so again, within today's session, we've had Cloyden, who wants to get into coaching. We've had Scott, who is actually a coach Scott Davenport. And then we've got Dan Dobson, who again wants to coach. So it's like, yes, these guys are doing it. Look out for the next YouTube, don't know what it'll be, but yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe. And also, if you did like it, drop some feedback on what you'd like to see in the future ones. I'm at you.